Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning everybody. How are you today? I hope you all very well. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Dhia Adha. I am from Tax Study Program. It's a pleasure to be here in front of you guys. I'm here to explain you about regional tax. Okay, let's move on to the part 1. Regional tax. Regional tax is a mandatory contribution to the area owned by the individuals or the entities that are forced based on the law with no direct compensations, and is used for the regional purpose for the greatest prosperity of the people, contained in the law of regional tax and the regional retribution number 28/2009. The tax is compulsory contribution made by residents of an area to the regional government, will be used for the benefit of the government and the general interest of the area. Example include the construction of the roads, bridges, opening of new jobs, and other development and government interests. Okay, let's move on to the part 2. In the part 2 is the characteristic of the regional tax. Here are the characteristics of the local tax that distinguish them from the central tax. Number 1, local tax can come from the original local tax or central tax, which is submitted to the region as local tax. Number 2, local tax are only leveled in the administrative area under their control. Number 3, local tax are used to the finance affairs or expenses for the development and regional government. Number 4, local tax are leveled based on regional regulations or perda and laws, so that the taxes can be imposed on the tax subjects. Okay, let's move on to the next part. The next part is regency or city tax. Number 1, hotel tax. The hotel tax is funds or fees collected on accommodation service providers provided by a particular business entity with more than 10 rooms. This tax is imposed on facilities provided by the hotel. The hotel tax rate is 10% of the amount payable to the hotel, and the hotel tax period is 1 month. And number 2 is restaurant tax. The restaurant tax is a tax imposed on a service provided by a restaurant. Restaurant tax rate of 10% of the cost of exercising service provided by a restaurant. The next part is street lighting tax. Road lighting tax are taxes that are levied on the use of electricity, both self-generated or from other source. This information tax rate variative depends on the use. This information tax rate varies. Following is street lighting tax rate are divided into the 3, namely, and the number 1 is road lighting tax rate provided by PLN or not by PLN, is or consumed by the industry, petroleum, mining, and the natural gas by 3%. And number 2 is road lighting tax. Tariff source from PLN or not from PLN, used or consumed other than those referred into the first point of 2.4%. Using self-generated electricity, the road lighting tax rate is set at 1.5%. Okay, let's move on to the next part. The next part is parking tax. The parking tax is a tax levied on the manufacture of parking lots outside the road body, whether related to the principal or as business or vehicle custody. The taxable parking lot is a land that has the capacity to accommodate more than 10 or 4-wheel vehicles or more than 20 or 2-wheel vehicles. The tax rate is 20%. Okay, let's do the last part. The last part is a rural and urban land and building tax. The rural and urban land building tax is a tax that levied on land or buildings that are owned, controlled, or leased. Rural and urban land and building tax rate is number 1. Tax for rural and urban land or building tax with a value of less than 1 billion are 0.1%. And number 2, rural and urban land and building tax with a value of more than 1 billion are 0.2%. Whereas the tariff for Athalla, which causes disturbance to the environment, is subject to the tariff for 50%. Here, that's all explanation from me. I hope that my presentation could help you. Thanks for the attention, guys. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.